Unrailed is back with Unrailed 2. Too much rails. Wait, no. Way back. Back to basics. It's back. Unrailed is a co-op track building game where you must gather resources and plot out the course for your beloved choo-choo through procedurally generated worlds. But what's so different about this sequel? In Unrailed 2, there are 2 tracks. No, but there are a lot of new things, including some major UI changes, more options for custom modes, and a custom track builder where you can make your own levels and share them with the world. It's mostly intuitive, and it really makes you feel like Lex Luthor in Superman Returns, making land from scratch and being very bald. Even with switching to a new game engine, it's all stylistically identical, and there are plenty of subtle improvements to the animations that give everything a little more zest, a little more life. Speaking of life, there are a lot of living creatures in this new wilderness, many of whom are ambiguous, unidentifiable mammals whose only purpose in life is to steal your stuff. You'll notice very quickly that there are more than just a handful of wandering strays. There are also new dangerous animals and boss battles. These require even more awareness of your surroundings and appreciation for every calm before the storm. As with the first game, it's much better with a friend. Thankfully on Steam, you can use remote play together so your bestie doesn't even need to own a copy of the game. This avoids the once dreaded conversation that begins with, "Oh, you gotta get the game, it's so great. That's what you said about the other game that we only played one time for 7 minutes. Oh, this one's different, we're gonna play it all the time. But it's so expensive and my mom refuses to give me my allowance. Well, maybe you should help out more around the house and have the initiative to do some chores once in a while. What are you, a guidance counselor now? You caught me. I was hired by your parents to improve your sense of responsibility. Well, you're not very good at your job, are you?" No, not really. I just like playing video games. Also, playing online is as good as ever and is near instantaneous to join a match. When you have a full lobby, it does get a teeny bit claustrophobic, but most players are truly dedicated to the success of the train, while others, like my brother Twig, just want to destroy the wildlife. But hey, to each their own. At the end of the levels, you'll be greeted with way more options than ever before. Wagon upgrades, blacksmith stations, branching paths, optional quests, there are considerably more considerations to consider. These strategical choices make you feel like you really have control over how the session progresses. If you need to be a little baby and take the easiest path imaginable, you can do just that and no one will judge. If you want to take big risks, you can be greatly rewarded if you survive. Thankfully, the simple act of mining is much more accommodating and works from a wider angle than it did back in the ancient times. It captures the feeling of swinging a Wii remote and hitting everything within a 20-foot radius. Also, the train can burn for longer than 10 seconds without exploding, just like real trains. Also like real trains, it travels at an initial velocity of 2 miles per year. There are new wagons with unique abilities, new environments, the music is as beautiful as ever, and it's just so nice to break up the typical gaming sessions with such a wonderfully simple concept like this. Even though it's early access, it feels like it's ready to ship. The console releases will take roughly another year, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was sooner than that. If you're a fan of trains, chopping down trees, and standing on lily pads that could hold the weight of a hippopotamus, this is the game for you.
The train is in the way. Okay, forget it. We're done.
Oh my goodness.
Choo-choo. Did you play Unrailed 1 and couldn't wait for Unrailed 2? Do you even know what Unrailed is? Did you know that it's a game? Did you know that I love you?